Okay, so some of you guys were having issues. I see a lot of y'all actually weren't able to get to your average rate of change. So I wanted to go ahead and go through that right now. So if you take a look on the left hand of the screen, I went ahead and logged into IXL. And let me dim that down a little. There we go. I also logged on to my IXL account that you can do on your cell phone. You don't have to use the Chromebook if you don't like it. Now, whenever you log on, you'll notice that it immediately takes you to pre-K. So the average rate of change that you guys have been assigned is in the Algebra 2 tab. So I will scroll on down because, I mean, everybody does have that. Let's go ahead and go into... Here we go. Algebra 2. Alright, now, the cool thing is if you just start scrolling through here, you'll notice that there's like a ton on here. But even more so, I thought I saw it light up here. Ah, here we go. Okay, so I guess it's not showing on this one. Usually what you'll notice is that if I assign something to you, it will light up, it'll be highlighted in yellow, and it'll have a star in front of it. So everyone should have been assigned D10, so let's go ahead and click on it. Now, you can either use the free app on your phone, which is kind of nice because it shows only certain variables on here, which is something I prefer, but just so I don't have to be going back and forth, I'm just going to use this over here. Now, to find the average rate of change, it's giving us a function, K, let's try that again, K of X, there we go, is equal to X squared, and it's giving us an interval of 8, 10. And it's closed to interval because it's using brackets. Now, where we left off previously, let me actually take a look here. Oh well. We had done just the basics together in on our interactive notebook or our interactive notes online. So what I wanted to do here is take it a step further. Now, I know you guys know rate of change, and I showed you on a table. We're going to do something very similar. All right, so given the previous, let's see here, previous notes, which are now on the left, we had stated that we had a formula. And that formula says f of x sub 2 minus f of x sub 1 all over x sub 2, minus x sub 1. Now that looks really funky, but what it says in front of it is, let's keep it simple, we're looking for the change in y over the change in x. Alright, so keeping this nice and simple, I'm going to be taking a look, and I will actually color code this. There we go, that's much better. So, given our interval here, these are actually our inputs, also known as our x's. So, I have here my x sub 1, because that's the first input, and my, oh dear, x sub 2. Now, there will be a lot of color, so please, I am not aware of anyone being colorblind. If you are, let me know and I will avoid red and green. But if I don't know, I love using those colors. So please do let me know. Now, given this information, I'm going to go ahead and start with my denominator. So let's just bring over this division symbol. And my x sub 2 is in purple. That's my second one, and that's 10. and then minus, and then my x sub 1 is my 8, my green 8. Now, the hard part is this here, because before, if you take a look on the right side, I had, there we go, I had a graph, and it was really easy to see my x and my y, or my input and my output. Now, in this case, I'm just given an equation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my input, and here I'm going to get my outputs. So that's where I need to do a little bit of math here. So I'm going to write this one out and say K of, and I'm going to start with my x sub 2 because that's the first one I need, which is 10, K of 10. And then I'm going to write equals, and then here's my x that I'm going to put 10 into, and then I'm going to square it. Now, I will not judge if you want to use a calculator, which I know everyone has on their Chromebook. You can just search for calculator, or you could come on over to this calculator function here, and I'm just going to type it in, parentheses 10, close it, and does it have a square button on these things? Actually, I think it does. No, it does not. So this is where you may want to use a better calculator than this crappy one. So I'm just going to write times 10, because I know that x squared means 10 times 10, which of course is 100. So we put that in here, 100. And remember, Liz told you guys that you do have these whiteboards. Use your whiteboards. If you have extra colors, awesome. If you don't, black is just fine. I just know that a lot of you guys get a bit confused. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to get my output for my K of 8 this time. Hopefully you guys do remember your squares, because I'm not asking very much. I'm just asking for what is 8 times 8, and you should be able to tell me that that's 64. And this is where I would want to use my calculator, because I don't want to make any silly mistakes. And I'm going to say 100 minus 64 is 36. Over, and of course, 10 minus 8 is 2. Now, 36 divided by 2, just in case you haven't been doing any real math in a while, is 18. Now, that's what I'm going to type into my answer right here. Awesome.